Texas, we purchased a home with a pool. We get heavy rains and the water comes like through under the fence and from our neighbor's house and just floods the pool. And then it costs a lot to get it back in order. So how do I A, stop so much water from running in the pool, and B, after it rains and a lot of stuff is washing into the pool, what's the best way to go about cleaning it? It's a gunite pool with a Polaris pool cleaner.
Yeah, I don't know your neighborhood setup. If your neighbor's property is constantly flooding yours, then I don't know what the correct steps are to take there, if they bear some responsibility or what the idea is. I mean, I'd be looking at trying to reroute that. So if it floods under the fence, if there's any way that you can, run any type of drainage system that will, say, collect most of the water and send it elsewhere, that's going to be your best bet. As far as when it goes into your pool, I'd vacuum it to waste. Down in Texas, depending on your setup, maybe you have a cartridge filter as opposed to some like a DE or a sand filter, and if that's the case, then if you have a drain line off of your cartridge filter to bypass it and just send it to waste, that's what you would want to do for the easiest cleanup, meaning all that debris that ends up in there, whether it's just a mud or anything else, is if you let it settle, then if it settles to the floor, and then you can just vacuum it to waste and send it straight out of the pool, that's going to be the quickest way to clean it. If there's any type of water restrictions or anything like that, depending on where you live, if that's not a viable option, then your best bet is going to be manually vacuum it regardless, because you're going to send that whatever debris and everything that goes in there straight into the filter system, so a lot of it will be filtered out. If you're not one to manually vacuum, you can get, the name slipped in my head, but you have different pressure side vacuums that will suck it in and send it through the system. The problem with a Polaris is it stirs everything up, which is great, and it collects a lot of the larger debris, but all of like smaller stuff, like if it's like sand and dirt and that sort of, it just kind of makes it murky. It's not sending it through the filtration, well, not with any direct route. It mixes it up enough to allow the main drain and the skimmer to finally pull stuff through, but it's not very efficient as opposed to the other routes you can go. There's also vacuums like the Dolphin or other, electrical vacuums that you just kind of plug in and you drop in by themselves, but the cartridges and stuff that those things hold, if you're telling me that you get quite a bit of muck and debris that goes in there, then you're going to be cleaning those